the persons who are influencing the youths the most nowadays, then Buju Banton and so forth, turn to Rasta, so then they're going to influence a lot of youths starting conscious, live positive, and turn to Rasta themselves. So really, it's just more spreading of the message and the word of the Father. So we feel lovely about that, you know?
The reception received from the people is overwhelming, you understand? Even from your fellow man that you pass on the street, you understand? It's something to stop and say, wait, there must be something extra, you understand? So you find that you never need any glasses to see the props was rising, you know? So, which I capitalize on by constantly giving the massive what they want.
Know what it is.
Hello everybody, you're welcome back again to the Reggae Appreciation Society. In 1985, a 12-year-old boy in Kingston, Jamaica convinced a sound system DJ to allow him test his skills on the microphone. The DJ remarked that the boy looked like a cartoon character called Gargamel from the children's show The Smurfs before allowing him freestyle. The nickname Gargamel would become the boy's stage name for a while, and he went on to become one of the greatest musicians to emerge from Jamaica in an astonishing and dramatic career. Over the years, he's evolved from fire-spitting rude boy DJ to introspective Rasta icon, and at the peak of his career, he was struck down with a prison sentence that almost spelled the end of his life, but praise be to Jah, he emerged stronger, wiser and ready to keep pushing reggae forward. Let's take a look at the amazing rise, fall and redemption of Buju Banton. He was born Mark Anthony Myrie on the 15th of July 1973 in Kingston, Jamaica, as the youngest of 15 children. Buju was the nickname given to him by his mother, and he borrowed the Banton from Buju Banton, a popular reggae DJ that he had admired while growing up. As a child, he would watch his favorite artists perform at sound system dances, and by the time he was 12, he was able to hustle his way into toasting on the microphone at sound system gigs and began to work with a local sound system crew, eventually releasing his first single in 1987 titled The Ruler. He became a phenomenon on the sound system circuit all over Jamaica and was among the hottest DJs in the land at just 19. In 1992, he released his first album, Stamina Daddy, under a small label called Techniques Records. The album was an underground smash that really caught the attention of ears in the industry. One of such ears was a young sound engineer at Penthouse Records, which was one of the biggest labels in Jamaica at the time. This young sound engineer went on and on about a skinny kid with a big voice called Gargamel, and it sparked the interest of then Penthouse artist Wayne Wonder, who became an admirer of Buju. And as fate would have it, a meeting between both men would change Buju's life forever. One Friday night, Wayne Wonder attended a dance in Clarendon, organized by Winston Riley, the producer of Stamina Daddy. Buju also happened to be at the event, and both men linked up. They began to work on songs together, and eventually Penthouse Records boss Donovan Germain heard their music and snapped Buju up on a record deal in 1992. In the same year, his first album under Penthouse, titled Mr. Mention, hit the streets and became the biggest selling album in Jamaican history. He topped off the year with a fantastic performance at the 1992 Reggae Sun Splash and put the world on notice of what was to come. And while he was becoming a star, some of his music was deemed controversial. The song Love Me Browning sparked controversy over the subject matter, which was a celebration of light-skinned women, and some accused Buju of denigrating dark-skinned black women. The song even earned a response in the form of Dema Bleach by dancehall artist Nado Ranks. To douse the controversy, he released the track Love Black Woman in the same year. 1992 was ultimately an amazing year for Buju Banton, as he did the unimaginable by breaking Bob Marley's record for the most #1 singles in a year and dominated the Jamaican airwaves with his signature rough, gravelly voice. 1993 was an equally explosive year for him, as his album Voice of Jamaica brought him international stardom with tracks like Deportees and Make My Day on steady rotation on cable networks like MTV, BET and DJ turntables around the world. Deportees was a track that criticized Jamaicans in the diaspora who were not sending any money home or making any impact, while Make My Day was a ridiculously danceable love song that Buju's rough and gruff voice blazed over a masterpiece of instrumentals that rank among one of the greatest dancehall love songs of all time. And Voice of Jamaica hit number 29 on the US R&B hip-hop charts. His 1995 album Till Shiloh marked Buju's metamorphosis from dancehall rude boy to introspective Rasta and storyteller. Heavily impacted by the deaths of Garnet Silk and his close friend Deathsman, he embraced the Rastafarian faith and it began to show in his music. The album was loaded with timeless folk reggae hits like Till Shiloh, Till I'm Laid to Rest, Not an Easy Road, and the magnificent Untold Stories, which is my personal favorite on the album, a soulful ballad about the untold struggles of ordinary people. This song was driven by nothing more than Buju's phenomenal voice, a box guitar, and Abingi drums. Till Shiloh was an inspirational masterpiece, but his next album, Inner Heights, grew to become regarded by many hardcore Buju Banton fans as his best album. It was released in 1997 and contains some of his most popular and spiritually focused work, such as the spine-tingling 28-second intro, Our Father in Zion, as well as brilliant tracks like Hills and Valleys, Cry No More, Close One Yesterday, and the fan favorites, the phenomenal and almost prophetic Destiny. Inner Heights was nominated for the Best Reggae Album at the 41st Grammy Awards, but narrowly lost to Sly and Robbie's Friends album. The album did the impossible by outclassing Till Shiloh and marked his ascendance to legendary status. He kept releasing albums of great quality and became one of the top artists on the international reggae scene, collaborating with the Marley family as well as American hip-hop stars like Fat Joe and even rock band Rancid, touring the globe and doing huge concerts in front of tens of thousands of fans. And after decades working under Donovan Jermaine in Penthouse and VP Records, he established his own record label, Gargamel Music, and built his recording studio on Red Hills Road in Kingston. And as he was about to go into the next phase of his career, his 17-year-long ride came to a disastrous stop. In December 2009, Buju was arrested at his home in Florida for conspiracy to buy and distribute cocaine as well as for illegal possession of a firearm. A DEA informant provided evidence of his involvement in brokering a cocaine deal. During the trial, he posted bail with the help of his close friend Stephen Marley, who staked his Miami home as collateral, and he was sentenced to 10 years in prison in 2011. While on bail and before his sentencing, he threw his last concert for a while, which was called the Before the Dawn concert on January 16, 2011 at Miami's Bayfront Park, where the court allowed him the opportunity to perform and help to raise funds for his legal expenses. He was joined by a star-studded lineup of supporters, including Stephen and Damian Marley, Wayne Wonder, DJ Khaled, Sean Paul, and many more. A few weeks later, his 2010 album, titled Before the Dawn, won the Grammy for Best Reggae Album, and he received his sentence not long after. He left a big void in the reggae scene that was filled by others. The music fell silent, and not much was heard of Buju's time in prison for years, until a video of him performing leaked on the internet and gave his fans a boost, reassuring them that he was alive and well. Fans were also delighted to find out that while in prison, that Buju had bagged a master's degree in music business management in 2016. On account of his good behavior, his sentence was commuted and it was released on December 9, 2018 and was flown straight to Kingston, Jamaica to a rapturous hero's welcome that began from the airport. Soon after his release, he finally got to lay his hands on his Grammy Award on January 2019. His longtime friend and business partner, Tracy McGregor, had held it for him for 7 years. While away, the reggae dancehall scene had changed dramatically, and Buju leveled criticism at the substandard music that was coming out of Jamaica. He identified the cause as the ease with which anyone with a laptop could produce music, resulting in poor, substandard sound, an opinion I strongly agree with. And in March 2019, he made his first post-prison live appearance at the Long Walk to Freedom concert, and 30,000 people packed into the National Stadium in Kingston to see him make his comeback. In 2020, he released his 13th studio album, Upside Down. The album peaked at number 2 on the Billboard Reggae Albums charts and earned a Grammy nomination for Best Reggae Album. He is currently working on a joint album with reggae legend Beres Hammond and has completed a solo project that is set to be released this year. Since he was released, he's been committed to spreading positivity and making great music for the fans. And if there's anything that we know about Gargamel, is that he still has a lot more to offer and it's just getting started. So there you have it. Thank you for watching the video today. Please leave a like, subscribe, and until next time, Jah bless.